Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Open man, there's Bobo. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And running with power here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Real. What's that?
They'll start on the ground with Irving. And shutting him off, now open field. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive.
For a lot of...
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Once again, it's Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Now Walker. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Throwing on second down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Big Leonard Williams brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, Mayfield going up top for Evans. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's Walker. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Outright Smith-Njigba has it. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Seattle.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Walker. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try it now with Walker, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll find his run. Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He's going to run it. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues. Gain of 12 and a first down. On 1st down is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They send Godwin in motion.
Kings!
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
To throw on first down is Darnold. Connecting with the tight end. That's Bank. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold to throw. Open man is Jake Bobo. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target.
To the end zone, it's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Seahawks 3.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Run, run, run. Hurry, hurry! What's that?
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Oppie. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8.
Good. What's that?
This one complete to Palmer. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Good.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
What's that?
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And it's 4th down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle. They just cannot get anything going through the air.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. Back deep, Trey Palmer. Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe.
1st and 10 on the Seahawks 49-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. He connects with Palmer on that one. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Regular. What's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
A give. This is Irving. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert. What's that?
To throw is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Regular. Run. What's that?
Now Mayfield. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown Buccaneers.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun run now with Walker. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Bucs have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back.
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They go play action with Mayfield. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Baker to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Good.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's Otten, open downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good. What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Hey, alert 33. Good. Done.
Here's Irving. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But This defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On second down, Walker. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down. They'll try to run. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. That's his tight end, Otten. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Good. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Nice shot.
Throwing is Baker. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Here's a handoff to Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he'll get about 6 there. setting up second down. On the handoff, this is Walker. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. So a win here for the Buccaneers. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. That defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.